Okay, so in this video, I'm going to talk about how you find comps on a property that's never been listed, okay? So in this particular circumstance, what we're going to do, we're going to take a property that we know that has never been listed and go ahead and get the tax info. So what you want to do is go on your multiple listing service, all right? Then go over to the search function right here, okay? And this is what you should do with any comp anyway. I mean, you should always check to see if for some reason it's ever been listed. So in this case, we're just going to type in the address just so you know. It's 4873 Champlain. Okay. Now I know for a fact that this is not on the MLS, and it's never been on MLS, but I just want to demonstrate so you can see. So now you're like, well, crap, you know, how do I get to this? How do I figure this out, right? So here's the easiest way I know to do it. So you go to search, and then you go to address, and then instead of saying 4873, what you do is you say 4600 to say 4900, right? Champlain. All right, and what you're going to do is you're going to get a range of things. Champlain, right? And then next. So somewhere in there, there's going to be something on Champlain. Now what you want to do is pick the one that's closest to it. Now in this case, we got like 4884. Our place is 4873. So let's just see if we can find something really quick here. 4872. Perfect. Okay? 4872 South Champlain Place. All right. That's the listing. This is a copy of it right here. Okay? Now, what you want to do from here, okay, is just notice a couple things. First, notice the subdivision is Lincoln Ridge 1 to 207, right? But go up to tax info. That'll take you to CRS. And once you get to CRS, it's pretty simple from there. All you got to do is just go to property search. And then it gives you an opportunity to search for wherever you want to go. It wouldn't matter if it was 4873 Champlain we were looking for or 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, okay? Because what we're going to do is just type in the street number, the street name, Champlain, and whammo, there you go. 4873 South Champlain Place. Jaycox, Ruth Ann Jaycox, I guess is the name, okay? So we see that again, it's in Lincoln Ridge Estates. Open up the record, and there's a copy of it, okay? Now, we see that it's a 1,238 square foot place, all right? She bought it in 1991 for $70,000. Tax appraisals for $97,000. Let's see, she had some kind of loans on there. Holy cow, $160,000 on this loan in 2006. Geez Louise, she probably got them all together, mixed all up, right? We see that it's a single family residence. It's built in 1981, has 2 baths. Let's see, 1,238 square feet. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and print this out. All right. We go scroll up to the top. You'll see print in this section right here. Print standard. Print. And there we go. Okay. Now what we want to do is go ahead and go and do just like we did with any other listing. Now in this case, because it's never been listed, let's take the one that's closest to it. Go back to report. This is the one we were using before. Remember, this is not the subject property. Take the MLS number, highlight it, copy it, search, go to MLS number, paste. That's the MLS number that we were using. Within 1 mile, right? So far so good. Then, now we see everything. There's 20 in there. Edit the search. Get rid of anything commercial, rental, all that. We just want residential, okay? We want, you know, everything pending, closed, active, pending, all that stuff. We want all that stuff there, right? And then, what we want to do is we want to type in Lincoln Ridge. Make this Lincoln Ridge subdivision, right? Double click that. Now we have everything. Remember that the multiple listing services, the MLS starts at the top and works its way down. It has the Tucson Association of Realtors. It says, okay, now what do I need to look for? Okay, well, we need to look for residential homes. Okay, great. Now what do I need to look for? Everything within 1 mile of this particular MLS number. Okay, now what? Now look for everything that's in Lincoln Ridge. Okay, good. Now what? Now look active, pending, closed, etc. Right? Oh, okay. Anything else? Yeah, between these dates. Okay, good. Yeah. Now what do you want me to do? Nothing else. All right, great. View results. Whammo. So now it starts to search, and we see 6 properties. All right. We have 4 active contingents and 2 solds. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and since there's only 6 of them, we'll just kind of take a quick look. All right? We see 1,374, 1,477 square feet, 1,944 square feet, 1,478 square feet, 1,900, 1,900. All right, so these 1,900s are a bit too big. And unfortunately, those 2 are the only 2 solds we have, okay, in Lincoln Ridge. So what we've got to do is go ahead and adjust the search a little bit. Our home, we know, is a 1,200 square foot place. So let's take a look at the map and see what the computer actually found, all right? And we see that, Lincoln Ridge is this little section right here, okay? Now, if you're familiar with the area, then you know these homes are, a lot different than, say, the ones over here, okay? These are all newer homes, but they're very similar to the ones just south of Ponciana, right here, okay? This whole area right here is like Olive Tree subdivision, I think, as well. Olive Grove or something along those lines, right? So what we're going to do, okay, is we're going to change the search a little bit, all right? We're going to say a map function. We're going to go down here to the lower right. You see this polygon. And we're going to say that we want to find everything, say, from here, let's see, about here, through here, to Irvington, and back over to here, and then double click that. Okay, now remember, the computer asks a series of questions on the left-hand side. Now we're going to get rid of this 1 mile radius thing. See how it highlights on the right? See that? So we're going to get rid of that. And now we have just the polygon section, because these homes are the most similar to this. Lincoln Ridge, we're going to get rid of that because there's, we're going to have to expand it out of Lincoln Ridge a little bit. Now we want to make it square footage. Okay, we need to add some square footage into this. So at the bottom you see add field to the search, right? So what you want to do is you want to say main house, just type in main, and you'll see on the right hand side it'll start to say main house square footage. Double click main house square footage, and then click, say, about 1,000 to, say, 1,500 square feet. Okay? Now let's take a look again. Now we find 24 properties, okay? And we see how the map now displays where they are, okay? These homes are the closest. This is the subdivision we're looking at, okay? So these 2 right here are good active comparables. If you click it, you'll see how it'll tell you about it, okay? You click this one, and it should tell you about it here in a minute. Come on. Let me exit out of that. Try that again. Oh, how embarrassing. I'll tell you. All right, well, enough of that. Okay, so anyway, we'll just click the review results section. That'll be good enough for right now. All right? So what we're going to do is we'll hit the map again. Oh, there we go. It pulled up Almond Place. Should be that one. Yeah, Almond Place, 124.9 active contingent. Here's a sold one. This one is on Boojum for 85. This one closed at 93, it looks like, or something like that. Or actually, they put in 975, so somehow we got a rental in there. but it looks like it closed for 93, I guess, was what that one closed for. Okay. Let's see. So those are the two closest comparables. Apple Tree for 42. All right, so let's take a look. All right. Now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and just probably go through and look at the actual listings themselves. It's probably the easiest way to find the comps. All right. Now, the way you want to look at this, you want to put yourself in the shoes of the buyer. All right. You want to look at it from the perspective that, okay, if you were going to buy this house, how much would you buy it for? Okay. And remember that you can't go too crazy when we're talking about subdivision differences or age differences or square footage differences. You want to try and keep it as like as possible. So all these are single family residences. Just gonna see where my cursor is. You want to kind of scroll through here and make sure. Okay. Now let's just check and see. Olive Grove is the subdivision. I knew it was Olive something. Pine Grove, Olive Grove, Olive Grove, Olive Grove, Olive Grove, Olive Grove, Cedar Grove, Olive Grove. Okay. Lincoln Ridge, there's one. So we definitely want that one because that's in the same subdivision. Okay, so we'll click that one. That was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with 1,400 square feet, so it's bigger than the one we have. Okay. What's the next one for Olive Grove? Oh, Lincoln Ridge, here's another one. 1,478 square feet. 124. Okay. Now we got to take a couple liberties here because we know that it's a 2-bath, but we don't know that it's how many bedrooms it has. So if it has 2 bedrooms, well then this 1,400 square foot place with 3 bedrooms is not a good comparable. Only a 2-bedroom would be a good comparable, not certainly a 4-bedroom. And I don't see anything in here that looks like it's 2 bedrooms at all. So it might be that all the ones in there are in fact 2 bedrooms, because here's one, 1,289 square feet in Olive Grove, very similar to ours in terms of size. 94. Okay, so let's click that one here. Click that. Now here's some other ones. 3-bedroom, 1-bath with 1,100 square feet. That one is 59. 65 for Ponciana. When is this house built? This is newer. 1973. Oh, they've done some work to it. This is a 2-bedroom. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pull up all 24 of these right here. Okay. And then you can kind of sort through them and figure out which ones are going to match the one you want. All right. But you've got to take a look at the interior of that home, or at least get some kind of clarity as to whether or not that one is a 3-bedroom or 2-bedroom or whatever. Once that one's a 3-bedroom or 2-bedroom, once you figure that out, then you can sort through these 24 and figure out which one's most like it. So hopefully that's helpful. Think about a couple things. Think about like these days for short sales and stuff. Banks, when they're doing their appraisals, it looks like a lot of the appraisers are starting to want to go ahead and stick with arm's length transactions first, if possible, as comparables. Then go to REO, and then go to short sales to figure out what actual values are. So if you're comping out a short sale right now, keep in mind that your appraisers are probably going to want to see arm's length transactions first that are not distressed sales to try and justify a value. Good luck with that, because there's pretty much everybody is short sales these days, like this one and many of the others. So anyway, I hope this has been of value to you, and if you have any questions, then just pull me aside and I'll help you out as best as I can. Thanks a lot, take care, and have a powerful selling day.